Social media is oftentimes a breeding grounds for absolute dog shit, whether that comes in the form of the content that the people make on that platform or the communities that surround the content being made. TikTok is a prime example of what not to fucking do every single day, and it's a reminder that I am so blessed to have a moral compass. For a while now, there are communities of people that have been absolutely obsessing over a man by the name of Wade Wilson. Now, Wade Wilson is from Fort Myers, Florida, so you can expect this story is not going to be such a happy and delightful story. Now, Wade Wilson is currently on trial for the murder of two women by the names of Christine Melton and Diane Ruiz, or Ruiz, I'm not too sure. Either way, the unfortunate reality is that Wade Wilson murdered these two very innocent women, and people on TikTok are thirsting over him. Wilson, this year on June 12th, was found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder, grand theft, battery, burglary, and petty theft. This seems like the prime example of what not to thirst over, and it is frankly sickening to me that the fact that there are communities of people that are out there dedicated to trying to get this man off the death sentence. Now, personally, I am not a proprietor of capital punishment, and I don't think that it is oftentimes the best resource for people who are in this situation. That is just my opinion. However, I don't go around saying that people should be off the death row just because they are attractive. Now, Wade Wilson's story was originally picked up by the true crime community over on TikTok, and people instantly started to take a liking to him because of the fact that he has this confidence about him. Now, if you watch him in the courtroom, it is clear to me that he has no regrets for his actions whatsoever, and you can even see him smiling from time to time as the judge is reading out his sentencings. There's a special subsection of TikTok that does thirst over this man on a constant basis, and they go by the name of Book Talk. You may have heard of them if you are on TikTok or chronically online in general. Book Talk can either be one of the greatest places to get amazing recommendations for books of all varieties, but it is also the place that you have a bunch of horny people going to and raging over attractive men that they find resemblance to in the books that they read, of the absolute smut and garbage that they consume. Normally, I'm not one to diss the readings of other people and what they like. However, in this situation, I find it completely warranted to shit on these people. I think that it is an awful and disgusting act to thirst over the man who has taken the life of 2 innocent people and has been found guilty for countless other crimes. There are even thirst edits out there of this disgusting cretin who is walking into the courtroom or looking back over his shoulder in an attractive way. It's fucking repulsive to watch these videos. And scrolling through the comments section gives me no more hope for humanity than I already had before. In fact, I'm slowly losing much more. This man is tatted forehead to toe, and people are obsessing over that. They are also signing petitions for Wade Wilson to not be put on death row and be executed for his crimes. It is disheartening to see that people are coming to the defense of a certified murderer because of the way that he looks. There is absolutely no thoughts for the victims' families in this situation, and I hope and I pray to God that they never see the absolute gremlins that are clawing at their necks to get a sniff of Wade Wilson's wet fart. Now, with the increase in interest in Wade Wilson, there has also come about people that want to get him onto their podcasts, obviously, because it's an amazing cash grab. Bunny XO, the partner of the famous rapper Jelly Roll, wants to have Wade Wilson on her podcast named the Dumb Blonde Podcast, claiming that she wants to bring him on to pick his mind. Now, it's important to realize that Bunny XO does not have a psychology degree or even a psychological background. This would be purely to get him on there for the entertainment value and the clicks, views, and obviously the revenue that this would bring in for her podcast. In the video, you can see that Bunny is even excited just at the thought of Wade Wilson coming onto her podcast to talk about what he's done. And so that leaves the audience asking, well, is Bunny XO really capable of asking the right questions in order to understand the level of sludge that this man's mind contains. And frankly, using Wade Wilson's name as just a cash grab in your videos and in the content that you post is disgusting, and it should not be represented. I feel very heavily for the victims' families in these situations, because if they ever know about the people online doing this, they have to feel awful. Now, this is not the first time that people have behaved this way online towards convicted murderers and psychopaths. Obviously, we had recently the insurgence of people fawning over Jeffrey Dahmer with the release of the Dahmer series on Netflix, because they somehow find the man attractive, or there's something about him that draws them to them. Now, they also did this with Ted Bundy for a while too, from what I can remember, and I'm sure that there will be countless others along with that list, and more to come in the future, I'm sure. This is not a one-time situation, and it has never been a one-time situation. People have been doing this for a very long time. Obviously, this has to be the result of some mental illness on these communities' parts, because nobody in their right mind is going to think highly of these individuals, these murderers and these disgusting men. They have committed heinous acts on humanity as a whole, and not only that, they should not ever be put on a pedestal to be admired. Now, this should just go without saying. I should not have to mention that, but you should not ever respect these people. Now, despite your opinions on capital punishment as a whole, I think that we can all come to an agreement that Wade Wilson is a disgusting man and should not be put onto the pedestal that he has been put onto. I'm truly saddened to see that people are fawning over this man, and it is not even over something that is relatively intelligent, and it is just appearance-based. My love goes out to the family of the victims, and I hope that they are someday able to find peace in the world that took their loved ones from them. But in the meantime, you should really get onto these people about being sickos and obsessing over a man that would murder them in a heartbeat. With that being said, this is the end of today's rant. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you all. And I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, night, evening, whatever. And I'll see you in the next one.